My name is Ben Wise. I am the owner of Zor Fitness and I do remote coaching. I started CrossFit in 2017. I had just gotten out of college wrestling and been dealing with some nagging injuries and just burnout from that. And yet at the same time, just not really feeling like the competitive chapter of my life had been kind of formally bookend. So I just needed a competitive outlet, frankly. And for me, I already really enjoyed the strength training and the strength conditioning side of sports performance. So CrossFit essentially was the sport of strength conditioning and exercise racing, so that directly spoke to me, and almost immediately I got sucked right into the competitive side of CrossFit and was training for that. I started coaching part-time at an affiliate, eventually through a number of different transitions, moved into being full-time at an affiliate, and then started Zor Fitness as a real opportunity for me to coach people not just at that facility, but across the world. And then in 2022, I ended up opening up an affiliate here that we're filming in right now in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, called Lumber Capital Athletics. Both my parents were teachers, and for me growing up, the idea that you pass on your knowledge that you have was very fundamental to my upbringing. And for me, I started out as a health and physical education teacher and quickly realized that that profession I wasn't really cut out for, but yet I still wanted to be able to pass on that knowledge. And for me, that's one of the most satisfying things that I've done in my life, is to be able to learn things and then pass it on to people that I care really deeply about. So for me, the coaching side of things has always come naturally to what I do. So just being able to, okay, this is what I'm learning through my own experiences as an athlete and my own knowledge as a coach, and I'm able to condense that, make that more digestible for my athletes, and then pass it on to them so it accelerates their learning and I can see their success. That is an extremely gratifying thing to me. There's a number of things that kind of keep me coming back to fitness and wanting more, and I think primarily this comes back to just like wanting to be my best, right? It's kind of the process of self-actualization, like trying to figure out if I can continue to see progress in the gym, and even as I continue to age and get more senior in my career as an athlete, being able to find new ways to continue to push the envelope, even if it's just not more volume, more intensity, to find opportunities to improve and to refine what I'm doing, and that whole process is something that I find a lot of enjoyment in. I think the type of person or the type of athlete that I work with best is someone who just understands where fitness is as a priority and is willing to take it as seriously as they need to, right? Which is obviously gonna be different for different people, but if someone has certain aspirations, I want them to take them seriously. If they tell me that they have these goals, I want them to be able to follow through on those goals. Because that is my job as a coach, is to say, okay, we're at A right now, you wanna get to Z, how do we go from A to B, from B to C, and move you through those steps? I assume that the athlete's gonna put in the work and be consistent in all those things that are dialed in so that we can continue to progress as optimally as we can. So for me, I get really excited when an athlete has goals, but then also has the follow through to be able to get to those goals. To me, one of the things that, as I think about Zor Fitness and the coaching staff that we've put together, that I think makes us unique from other options out there is just the level of care that our coaches have for our athletes. If I think about Chris and I think about Day, and what I hope and aspire for myself is that our athletes speak of us positively, and that they know that they care about you beyond you just being an athlete and your performance out in the field. Like when you walk out onto the floor, yes, we want you to perform at your best. Yes, we're gonna do everything that we can so that we can set you up for success in your competitive event, or for you in your physical development as a human being, as an athlete. But to know that someone cares about you beyond those things, I think is extremely important, and that the person actually is communicating with you frequently, dialoguing with you, and helping you go through the process of becoming the best athlete that you can, is something that you don't get a lot. And frankly, it's something that is super rare to have a relationship like that. And I think because it is so time intensive and emotionally expensive, that a lot of people just opt not to do that because it's easier, or maybe you could make more money somewhere else. And to me, that's what really stands out, is that the athletes are speaking really highly of our other coaches on staff.